You know exactly how it feels. You are talking to someone, and you can physically feel your energy being drained. Your chest gets tight, your stomach knots up, your mind starts racing. They are saying things that are manipulative, passive-aggressive, or just outright cruel. They are pushing your buttons, testing your boundaries, and waiting for you to snap. And what do? You try to explain yourself. You try to reason with them. You raise your voice. You defend your character. You get emotional. You fight back. And what happens? They smile. They get exactly what they wanted, because the moment you react, they win. You walk away from that interaction feeling exhausted, angry, and full of regret. You replay the conversation in your head, thinking of all the things you should have said. You feel like you lost your power. But what if I told you that you have been playing the wrong game? What if I told you that the ancient Stoics, the emperors, the slaves, the warriors who mastered the human mind, knew a secret about dealing with toxic people? They knew that you cannot defeat a toxic person by arguing with them. You cannot out-logic a manipulator. You cannot outshout a narcissist. Because toxic people do not operate on logic. They operate on emotional supply. They feed on your reactions, your anger, your frustration, your defensiveness. This is their currency. And every time you react, you are paying them. The Stoic solution is not to fight them. The Stoic solution is to starve them. Today I am going to teach you 7 silent behaviors. These are not manipulative tricks. These are not dark psychology games. These are profound Stoic practices of emotional mastery. When you master these 7 silent behaviors, you will build an impenetrable fortress around your mind. Toxic people will try to provoke you, and they will find absolutely nothing to grab onto. They will feel your power. They will sense your unshakable calm. And eventually, they will back off because you will no longer be a source of supply for their chaos. Let us begin. Behavior number 1. The unbroken gaze. When a toxic person says something disrespectful, manipulative, or provocative, your instinct is to look away. You look down in submission, or you look around the room in discomfort, or you glare at them in anger. All of these reactions tell them one thing: you have affected me. You have disrupted my peace. The first silent behavior is the unbroken gaze. When they drop their toxic bait, you do not look away. You do not glare. You simply look directly into their eyes with a calm, relaxed, and completely neutral expression. You hold their gaze. You do not blink rapidly. You do not tense your facial muscles. You just look at them, as if you are a scientist observing a very interesting, but slightly pathetic, insect. Why does this work so devastatingly well? Because toxic people project their own chaos onto you. When they insult you, they are trying to make you feel the shame, anger, or insecurity that they feel inside themselves. But when you hold the unbroken gaze, you act as a mirror. You reflect their behavior right back at them. In that silence, with your calm eyes locked on theirs, they are suddenly forced to look at their own reflection. They hear how ridiculous they sound. They feel the weight of their own toxicity. And because you are not absorbing it, it bounces right back and crushes them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." When you use the unbroken gaze, you are showing them that their words are just noise, and you are choosing to observe the noise without participating in it. It makes them deeply uncomfortable, and they will usually stumble, backtrack, or look away first. You have won without saying a single word. Behavior number 2. The 3-second pause. Toxic people rely on speed. They rely on momentum. They say something shocking, and they expect you to immediately defend yourself. They want the interaction to be a fast-paced, emotional ping-pong match. If you react instantly, you are playing by their rules. The second silent behavior is the 3-second pause. When they finish their provocative statement, you do not reply immediately. You do not interrupt. You simply close your mouth, take a slow, deep breath in, and count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. Only then do you respond. Or, in many cases, you don't respond at all. You just let the 3 seconds of silence hang in the air. This pause is a psychological weapon. It completely shatters their momentum. When you pause, you are signaling to their brain that you are not on their emotional frequency. You are operating on a higher, slower, more deliberate frequency. You are taking the power of the interaction away from their stimulus and placing it firmly in your response. Epictetus taught that between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom. Toxic people try to eliminate that space. They want your stimulus to equal an immediate emotional response. By enforcing a 3-second pause, you are reclaiming your freedom. You are stepping into that space. During those 3 seconds, the toxic person's brain starts to panic. They wonder, why aren't they reacting? What are they thinking? Did I go too far? The silence forces them to sit in the discomfort of their own words. You are making them digest the poison they just tried to feed you. It is a masterclass in Stoic self-control, and it makes you look incredibly high status and unbothered. Behavior number 3, the neutral mask. We leak our power through our faces. When a toxic person pushes your buttons, your face betrays you. Your jaw clenches, your eyebrows furrow, your lips press together, your nostrils flare. These are micro-expressions. They are involuntary physical leaks of your internal emotional state. Toxic people are experts at reading these micro-expressions. They look at your face to see if their words are landing. If they see you getting angry, they know they have control. The third silent behavior is the neutral mask. You must train your face to become a fortress. When they are being toxic, you consciously relax your jaw. You soften the muscles around your eyes. You keep your lips slightly parted or resting in a natural, relaxed line. You erase all tension from your face. You become a blank, calm slate. This is not about suppressing your emotions. The Stoics did not believe in suppressing emotions. They believed in not being enslaved by them. The neutral mask is a physical manifestation of your internal Stoic practice. It is the physical embodiment of apatheia, peace of mind, freedom from emotional suffering. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." The neutral mask is the visual representation of that delay. It shows the toxic person that their words have absolutely no physical impact on your body. When a toxic person sees a completely relaxed face in the middle of a conflict, it terrifies them. It tells them that their primary weapon, their ability to trigger you, is broken. They will try harder at first, saying more extreme things just to see a crack in the mask. Hold the mask. Do not give them the satisfaction of a single flinch. Eventually, they will exhaust themselves trying to break a wall that cannot be moved. Behavior number 4, the physical pivot society, teaches us a basic rule of politeness. When someone is speaking to you, you face them. You give them your full physical attention. Toxic people use this social contract against you. They demand your physical presence while they dump their emotional garbage on you. The fourth silent behavior is the physical pivot. When someone is being toxic, manipulative, or disrespectful, you simply break the social contract. You do not argue. You do not tell them to stop. You just physically pivot your body away from them. If you are sitting across from them, you turn your shoulders and your torso slightly away. If you are standing, you turn your body toward the door, or toward your work, or toward someone else. You break the direct face-to-face alignment. This is a profound display of Stoic boundary setting. You are using your physical body to communicate a truth that your words do not need to explain. You no longer have my full attention. Your behavior has disqualified you from my physical presence. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that he did not need to attend every gathering, and he did not need to entertain every person who approached him. Your physical body belongs to you. Your attention belongs to you. When you physically pivot away from a toxic person, you are withdrawing your energy. You are showing them that access to you is a privilege, and they have just lost it. It is incredibly dismissive, yet completely polite. You haven't said a rude word. You haven't raised your voice. But your body has spoken louder than any insult ever could. They will feel the rejection deeply, and it will force them to either change their behavior to get your attention back or walk away. Behavior number 5. The unbroken rhythm. Toxic people love to interrupt. They love to create chaos in your environment. If you are working, they will start talking loudly. If you are telling a story, they will cut you off. If you are walking at a steady pace, they will rush you or slow you down. They want to dictate the rhythm of your life. They want to prove that they are the center of your universe. The 5th silent behavior is the unbroken rhythm. When they try to disrupt you, you do not stop. You do not speed up. You do not change your physical or vocal tempo. You simply continue your rhythm as if they do not exist. If you are typing on your keyboard and they start making passive-aggressive comments, you keep typing at the exact same speed. If you are speaking and they interrupt you, you do not stop talking. You keep your voice at the exact same volume and pace, calmly finishing your sentence. If you are walking and they try to rush you, you keep your exact same stride. This is the ultimate expression of the Stoic ruling faculty. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the ruling faculty of the mind, the part of you that directs your actions and remains untouched by external chaos. When you maintain your unbroken rhythm, you are declaring that your ruling faculty is in charge, not them. You are showing them that their chaos cannot alter your reality. You are the author of your own pace. This drives manipulative people absolutely insane, because their entire strategy is based on making you stop and deal with them. When you refuse to break your rhythm, you render their strategy useless. You become a force of nature, moving forward with quiet, unstoppable momentum, while they are left behind in the dust of their own making. Behavior number 6, the slow exhale. When we are confronted by a toxic person, our nervous system goes into fight or flight mode. Our breathing becomes shallow, fast and tight. We breathe from our chest, our heart rate spikes. The toxic person can see this. They can sense that they have successfully hijacked your biology. The 6th silent behavior is the slow exhale. When they push your buttons, you consciously take control of your breath. You take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then you exhale slowly, audibly, and completely through your mouth. You let your shoulders drop. You let your chest deflate. You do this right in front of them. You make the exhale visible. You make it audible. Why is this so powerful? Because breathing is the remote control for the nervous system. By taking a slow, deep exhale, you are physically forcing your body out of fight or flight mode and into a state of calm. You are literally biologically refusing to let them spike your cortisol. But more importantly, you are doing it in front of them. You are visibly demonstrating that you are regulating your own nervous system in their presence. You are showing them, I feel the tension you are trying to create, and I am consciously choosing to breathe it away. You do not control my body. It is a profound display of self-mastery. The Stoics believed that the mind and body are deeply connected. By mastering your breath, you master your mind. When a toxic person sees you calmly exhaling and relaxing your body in the middle of their drama, it completely deflates their power. They realize that their poison is not entering your bloodstream. You are immune. And there is nothing more defeating to a toxic person than realizing their poison doesn't work on you. Behavior number 7. The silent exit. We have saved the most powerful behavior for last. Sometimes you have tried the unbroken gaze. You have used the 3-second pause. You have held the neutral mask. But the toxic person still will not stop. They keep pushing. They keep provoking. They refuse to respect your boundaries. When this happens, you must use the ultimate Stoic weapon. The silent exit. You do not slam the door. You do not say, I am done talking to you. You do not deliver a dramatic, angry final sentence. You do not give them the satisfaction of a grand finale. You simply stand up. You gather your things, and you walk away. You leave the room, you leave the house. You end the phone call. You walk out of the meeting. You do it smoothly, calmly, and without a single word of explanation. This is the ultimate expression of the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught that we cannot control what other people do, but we have absolute control over our own actions. You cannot control the toxic person's mouth, but you have absolute control over your feet. The silent exit creates a massive psychological vacuum. Toxic people want the final word. They want the last laugh. They want you to storm off angrily so they can say, "See, they are crazy." But when you leave in total silence, you deny them the final word. You deny them the closure they are desperate for. You leave them alone in the room with their own toxicity. The silence you leave behind will echo in their head for days. They will replay your calm, quiet departure over and over again, wondering what you are thinking, wondering why they couldn't break you. Seneca said, "The greatest power we have is the power to walk away." The silent exit is not running away. It is not cowardice. It is the ultimate assertion of your own worth. It is you saying, without words, "My peace is more important than your drama, and I choose my peace." The Stoic paradox of power. Let us review the 7 silent behaviors. 1. The unbroken gaze. Reflect their chaos back at them. 2. The 3-second pause. Shatter their momentum. 3. The neutral mask. Deny them the satisfaction of your emotions. 4. The physical pivot. Withdraw your physical attention. 5. The unbroken rhythm. Refuse to let them dictate your pace. 6. The slow exhale. Master your biology and show your immunity. 7. The silent exit. Walk away without giving them the final word. My friends, I want you to understand something profound before we finish. When you start mastering these behaviors, you will notice a shift. Not just in how toxic people treat you, but in how you feel inside. At first, you might use these behaviors to win against toxic people. You might use the silent stare to make them feel small. You might use the silent exit to prove your superiority. But as you practice them day after day, a magical transformation will occur. You will stop doing it to defeat them, and you will start doing it to protect yourself. You will realize that you do not actually care about making them back off. You will realize that you do not care about winning the interaction. You will realize that you only care about your own peace. This is the Stoic paradox of power. The moment you stop trying to control other people, you gain absolute control over yourself. The moment you stop caring about defeating your enemies, you become truly untouchable. Toxic people will still exist. They will still try to push your buttons. They will still try to drag you into their drama. But it will no longer matter, because you will have built your inner citadel. You will be sitting quietly inside your fortress, watching them throw their lit stones against the walls, knowing that they cannot reach you. You will look at them not with anger, but with a quiet, detached pity. You will realize that they are prisoners of their own chaos, and you are free. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Your mind is your fortress, your silence is your shield, your calm is your sword. Master these 7 behaviors. Stop paying toxic people with your reactions. Starve them of your energy. Protect your peace at all costs, and watch as the toxic people in your life quietly fade into the background, while you step forward into the unshakable, quiet power of your own life. If this video gave you the tools to reclaim your power, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let me know in the comments. Which of these 7 silent behaviors are you going to master first? I read every single comment. Until next time, stay silent, stay grounded, and stay untouchable.